Mewn da baw. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. We have Mr. Joe Rodon with us. So yeah, as usual, kind of keep it to 3 or 4 questions each, and put your hand up if you want to ask a question or send me a message in the chat. We'll start off with Rob Phillips.
Can't hear him.
Yeah. Alright, 2 minutes.
Can't make with it.
No, I don't think so. Is that me?
Right, is that better?
Yes.
Here we go.
You know.
Yeah. Hi Joe, sorry about that.
Hi mate.
How are you enjoying it? Because you're one of only 3 players who played every minute of this tournament so far.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I don't want it to end, to be honest. Yeah, it's been a brilliant trip so far, and hopefully there's more time coming as well. And yeah, just looking forward to Saturday, ready for the last 16.
And you feel you've grown as a player during this tournament as well?
Yeah, I think being away with, obviously this being my longest period away with the national team, it's just brought me closer together with a group, and I'm loving every minute of it, and yeah, I just don't want it to end.
Now, what about Amsterdam on the weekend? I'm facing Denmark, who, let's face it, Joe, will be every neutral's favourite team after what's happened to them, won't they?
Yeah, of course, it's a big game, and they're a very good team as well, and yeah, I think we can all just get down to work this week and work very hard and just be excited for the challenge ahead, and then hopefully go through.
Having played every game away from home, are you feeling that everyone's against you when you go to these venues?
Yeah, to be fair, we've been everywhere, and now we're going to Amsterdam as well. Yeah, it'll be another challenge, and I think, yeah, we're just all excited, and we just can't wait to get underway.
And obviously, you know how tough it's going to be, but what would it mean to reach a quarterfinals after what happened 5 years ago?
Yeah, I think obviously that being the main objective now, it'd be unbelievable, and not just for us players as well, for all the fans back home. It would just be a brilliant achievement, and something that we're going to work and try and achieve.
Last one, Joe. It doesn't look like there'll be Wales fans there. What would be your message to those who can't travel?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is, they've been with us through it all, and of course, it is a bit, frustrating that they can't be out there, but it's all to be more excited for us to go to Amsterdam and put in a performance for them back home.
All the best, Joe.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Rob. Nigel Adderley.
Thanks, Sarah. Joe, are you aware of how excited people have been at home about your performances, particularly in the games against Turkey and Italy? Have you had any response from family and friends about the feeling about how you play?
I think I get a response from my family and friends after every game, of course, as they will always support me in bad or good games. But I don't really look too much into that. I think with the circumstances of the game Sunday, it was very difficult, and I thought the boys worked exceptionally hard. I know we lost the game, but I thought to narrow them down to 1-0, I thought was a very a positive result in the end.
And in terms of your career so far, you're obviously a player who's learning all the time. Where would you put your performances in this tournament so far in what you've achieved during your career?
I don't know about my performances, but I think obviously as a team and as us going through the group stage, as we probably were, obviously tipped not to go for the group stage. I think it's a very good achievement, but obviously as a group we want more, and we want to win Saturday, and that's the most important thing.
And you've had various defensive partners alongside you so far, but you've been the one constant, which I suppose shows the amount of trust that Rob Page has in you.
Yeah, I can only be grateful and thankful for the opportunities I've been given, and yeah, we've got a very tight group here, and everyone knows the job, what's expected of them, and as you've seen, the boys, they listen and they get on with it, and yeah, we all put a shift in.
Thanks a lot. Good luck at the weekend.
Cheers, thank you.
Thanks, Nigel. Beth Fisher.
Sorry, me and Rob are having problems with mute today. Hey Joe, you're right.
Hi, you okay?
I spoke to Danny yesterday and I asked about his favourite moments so far in the tournament on and off the pitch. What are yours, if you could tell us?
I think, yeah, it'd have to be on the pitch. I think it would have to be the Turkey game. I think going into that game, we knew we had to get the 3 points, and to do it over there as well with, you know, a big atmosphere as well was just a brilliant night overall. And yeah, that's probably my favourite moment.
Off the pitch, I've seen some banter going around on Instagram. You look like you're having fun, you guys, as well.
Yeah, obviously, I think that's the most important thing, you know. When you got time to switch off and obviously see the other games as well, it's important that, you know, you kind of refresh yourself and yeah, just enjoy every moment you can.
Obviously, again, speaking to Danny, there was the chance, because we didn't know at that point that you'd meet Denmark. He's obviously going to see Kasper Schmeichel. You've got your own teammate playing against as well. How does that feel? Is it a bit of banter over text, or is it kind of keeping each other apart at the moment?
Yeah, I think what you said, you know, keeping each other apart. I think obviously, of course, you know, in the game you're in the game, but yeah, now it's all heads on the weekend, and it's get to work.
Last question from me. You know, you're a young guy, 17 caps for Wales. Can you just give us a flavour of what it feels like being on that pitch in a major tournament?
It's hard to describe, to be fair. It's a massive honour, and I love every minute of it, playing for my country, and I'm sure all the boys are the same as well.
Cheers, good luck.
Thank you.
Diolch Beth. Getting to use?
Sorry, hi Joe.
Hi, mate.
Hi mate. Can you just give us a sense of how you feel you've improved, or you not so much improved, but maybe your game has developed under, you know, Rob himself as a centre back. He's got the other coaches there as well. When you're together for so long, you can learn a lot very, very quickly. Can you give us a sense of how much you've developed under Rob and the other coaches? Yeah,
I think I've had the manager, for a while. I think when he first came into the 21s as well, that was kind of my first kind of stint in the 21s. So I was kind of lucky with that also. But yeah, I think you're coming up against all these different countries with top players, and I think the more caps you play, you're only going to get better from the games. And yeah, of course, I think I'm just excited and just love playing for my country and love learning, and I think being away with this campaign, being the longest I've been away with the national team is only going to benefit me going forward.
Denmark have got something that is very similar to what Wales have got. I've been speaking to some colleagues in Denmark today, and they're talking about the togetherness of their team. Obviously, they've been brought together with the Christian Eriksen situation. How do you play against that? Because other countries have got a problem to play against you with your unity, your never say die, attitude, and that you all, it's one for all for one. Well, they're kind of the same. How do you play against it?
I think it's going to be a very exciting and nail-biting game. When you say that as well, I think it'll all just come to down to moments in the game, and I guess you're going to have to be on it and focused, through the 90 minutes or extra time or whatever it takes. But yeah, I think, we're just excited, and, we can't wait for the weekend to come.
And Joe, just a final one from me, just picking up from Rob's question earlier about the fans. How are you sort of coping with the fact that you're going here, there and everywhere, and that the fans can't make it, or there are very, very few? I think Ben described it this morning as being Wales getting the short straw, but he did it with a smile on his face. Are you kind of using this sort of, underdog mentality, and everything's kind of not quite working out as we want to help motivation?
Yeah, I think, what you said there, I think it's important. I think the boys are loving going to different places and that experience as well. So it just all adds to the journey. And yeah, of course, it is frustrating that we can't have fans, our own fans, but yeah, it is what it is. And that's just football, and you've got to get on with it. But yeah, we're just loving the opportunities we're being given, and hopefully we can make them proud back home.
Nice one, Joe. Thanks as always.
Cheers. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Geraint. Laurie Whitwell?
Hi, Joe. Just touching on what Geraint said earlier about the Denmark team. I don't know, did you watch the game last night and the kind of atmosphere that was in the stadium? And I mean, what is that like going to be to play against when a team's got that kind of momentum behind them?
Yeah, I think with any team playing in front of their home crowd, with obviously needing to win the game, it was always going to be a big atmosphere. But yeah, obviously they got the job done, and now obviously we play them Saturday. Yeah, I think it's just something for us to be excited for, and I think going back to us against Turkey and Baku as well, it was a challenge that we loved and we enjoyed, and obviously winning after the game, you know, was a great feeling. So yeah, I think we're just all excited and can't wait for the weekend.
Usually it's Wales with a neutrals team. I feel like Denmark might have that tag right now.
We're not looking into that at all. You know, we just played a very top team in Italy, and obviously with the circumstances that happened in the game as well, it was always going to be difficult. But I think, you know, our team, we know what we want to do and what we're capable of. So yeah, we'll look forward to the weekend.
Can I just ask about your progression with Swansea? That obviously promotes a lot of youth. How important do you think that was in your development to get, you know, real matches in when you were so young, you know, 20 years old, making your debut?
Yeah, of course. I think, you know, without that as well, that played a massive part in my development and my career, and I can only be forever thankful for my hometown club giving me them opportunities. And yeah, we're here now, and there's hopefully a very long journey to go, and yeah, I'm just excited for the future.
That's one. Thanks, Joe.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Laurie. Phil Blanche.
Hi Joe, hope you're well. The report from Denmark today that Danish fans will be allowed to travel to the Netherlands if they spend less than 12 hours in the country. Just your thoughts on that, given the fact that obviously the Red Wall won't be there, not allowed to go.
Excited. I think you know, I'm just delighted to have fans back, and you know, whatever fans are in the stadiums, we're just happy to get that atmosphere back and kind of that kind of tension in the games, and I can't wait.
So you're not bothered by that? Isn't that sort of the mindset of a professional footballer? You sort of, if fans are against you in the stadium, bring it on.
Well, yeah, I think you know, it's just normal. You know, even when you go to away games in season, and you know, with your club or whatever, I think that's something you have to be used to. And yeah, we're just delighted to have fans back. I know it's obviously frustrating you can't have your own fans, but that's just the way it is, and I'm sure they'll be loud and proud back home.
Thanks, Joe. All the best.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil. Phil Cadden.
Hi Joe, just wanted to ask, just how difficult has it been being in a COVID bubble among your teammates during the last few weeks?
Yeah, of course. I think you know, for every team, the circumstances are the same, and yeah, it's just what we're in at the moment, and of course it's frustrating. We'd like it all to go back to normal, but yeah, that's just what it is at the moment. But yeah, we got to get on with it, and yeah, we can't really think on that, to be honest.
Is it difficult as well when you play games? I mean, there's been obviously a case involving England and Scotland that, you know, if you see club mates, you know, have you been warned not to sort of hug each other after games or speak for lengths of time?
I guess maybe not now, but early in the season, of course. I think when you're in the moment, it's always difficult not to, you know, kind of, you know, speak to a teammate of yours, I guess, because you're not really thinking of, you know, that in the moment. But yeah, of course, it's just unlucky, you know, that things happen, and yeah, we just have to get on with it. That's just the way it is.
And when you saw Christiansen score a wonder goal last night, I don't think that you've scored a goal in your senior career yet. Does it make you believe you could do something similar?
Maybe not like that, but no, of course, I'd love to. Obviously, I'd love to help the team and, you know, and to score goals. But yeah, you know, my main job at the moment is obviously stopping them from going in. So as long as I can keep doing that, then I'm happy.
Good luck, Joe.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks, Max Hall.
Hi Joe, it's Max from the South London Press here.
Hi, mate.
I wanted to ask you about the presence of Chris Gunter in the side against Italy at the weekend. I think he dispelled any idea anyone might have had that he was just being brought along for his experience, maybe his influence in the changing room, or just coming on for a minute here and there with the performance that he put in. We often say in the media about the importance of experience, particularly in the back line, sometimes without explaining why. Does it make a difference to play alongside someone who's been there and done that in the tournament format?
Yeah, I think obviously with Guns, I think he's a big character for us, and I think it's important to have his, his leadership in the group as well. Is massive for us. He's brilliant, and I think he's, one of the best players I play with. As in, he's communicate. He doesn't stop talking, and I think that for anyone can help you go a long way, and you want to learn off that and add it to your game as well. But yeah, like I say, after Sunday, we know what Guns is capable of, and yeah, he's a great leader and role model for the group.
He said, I think it was just on the eve of the tournament, he spoke about how sometimes he can be regarded as something of a fossil because he's got 100 caps to his name, but actually early mid-30s. Do you think he showed there's a bit more in the tank with his performance at the weekend?
I think not just after the weekend. I think Gunt's been available, and the caps he's achieved and everything he's done, I think is a credit to him, and and obviously it's a pleasure for us to see, and I think it's an unbelievable achievement. How he keeps himself in such great physique, and keeps on going. The mentality as well. It's like I say, he's a role model for all of us, and we're just delighted to have him a part of the group.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Gary Jacob.
Hi, Joe. Just a question about this. You've played three very different types of strikers in the group stage. What did you learn about yourself when you played against those three forwards?
It's a tough question. I think playing against different type of strikers and nations is always gonna bring a challenge, and I think it's important, and it helps you a lot, because it's different cultures of football as well. People playing in different leagues and countries. So yeah, I think it's only going to improve me, and obviously the other lads as well. And moving forward, I think it's just going to benefit us going forward.
How did it improve you? Is there something you could say maybe you may have learned, one thing you learned from the 3 games?
Going into detail, it's hard to explain, but yeah, I think it's just playing. Well, just different types of players, I guess, as anyone can describe, physical or technical, or, in behind or to feet. I think it's just all going to add to my game, and the boys with me as well. So we're just delighted to be given these opportunities and to get better each game.
Have you spoken to Pierre about the game on Saturday yet?
No, nothing yet, no.
Do you plan to? Or?
I don't plan to, no, but obviously... him being a teammate is, it's obviously great for us, both to be in the last 16. But like I say, I'm sure I'll speak to him after the game.
It'll be a little bit unusual with you two, and obviously the 2 goalkeepers as well.
Yeah, of course. It's obviously a great situation to be in. But I'm just looking forward to Saturday, and can't wait to get started.
Thanks, Joe.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
And finally, from James Nursey.
Hi, Joe. Afternoon.
Hi, mate.
You're obviously part of the Welsh Mafia there with Gareth Bale at Tottenham recently, and you know him better than most. He's had some worldy assists so far, but no goals. How do you assess where he is with his game, and is he close to finding the back of the net, do you think?
Well, seeing him, watching him for years, and obviously being lucky enough to play with him now, I'm sure Gareth can do whatever he wants to do on the pitch. He's that type of player, and he's a special player, and to all of us, he's a massive player as well, and obviously you've seen he's a big leader for us in the group. But like I say, it's he knows the job which he has shown. When things aren't going right for us, we got to work hard, and I think that's the foundations we set ourselves. And you can see that everyone who puts a Welsh shirt on, gives it their all and works their socks off. And of course, Gareth, he's a special player, and we're just delighted that we have a player of that calibre in our national team.
Diolch yn fawr, Joe.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.